What's up? My name is Eric. I'm a creative. I identify as a Christian, and I have anxiety. It's like a trifecta of just like balancing something that gives you such freedom to create. I don't want to say to create, but mentally I'm picturing just the ability for you to take your hands, to take your voice, to take the essence of you and produce something outside of yourself that both represents you and represents your view of the world at the same time. Absolutely bananas. Creativity is something that's absolutely beautiful. And yet balancing that with something like anxiety can be incredibly difficult. I remember having a conversation with my brother about what anxiety is like. And, he shared that he gets anxious sometimes, but he knows that he doesn't have anxiety and that's not really his experience of this world. Dealing with anxiety means that my mind overtakes my reality and creates feelings, emotions, and realities that aren't necessarily true, but make me live under them as if their power is completely true. So whether it's true or not does not matter because anxiety makes it my reality. And so when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm feeling anxiety creeping in, I might have a whole plan for my day. I might be trying to do something as little as creating this video, and overthinking creeps in and all of these emotions swirl up inside of me, and I start to think about all of the things that I don't have in front of me and all of the things that I need to do to be able to create, and it feels so overwhelming and it overtakes me. And you know what it does is it plasters me. It puts you under its thumb and says, you aren't going anywhere. You're not gonna do this thing that you're planning to do. That's my experience of anxiety. And so balancing those two things as a creative and as a person that suffers from anxiety at the same time can be incredibly difficult. But then let's add a third piece of nuance into it. The fact of my faith, my Christianity, that I take so deeply seriously. Man, I've been preaching since I was 11 years old. I know that God has a call on my life. I know that God wants to do something with me. Not even just the fact that God has a call on me, but everything in my life, every decision that I have made, everything about the way that I carry myself, even in my failures, even in the fact that I constantly get up, even in every single decision that I have made in my life has been made in light of my deep desire to please God. And if you guys remember one of the last videos where I talked about how God just said, keep making videos, anxiety has been a big reason why I have found it so difficult to start, to continue, to restart, to be consistent. Anxiety can be so crippling. And yet, knowing that He has set before me a call, knowing that He has set before me a desire, a directive for me to accomplish, and not acting on that only serves to feed the anxiety. Let's let this airplane pass. Let's let the airplane pass. Wow, I said it again. Let's let the airplane pass. Anxiety takes over and becomes my God when it doesn't deserve that place. Anxiety literally takes ownership over me and makes me its slave. If you deal with anxiety, you know how that feels. And I remember one day anxiously thinking about what life would be like on the other side of eternity, entering into heaven and experiencing a body, a mind, a soul, a spirit that has no anxiety within it. And that was both a thought that filled me with so much joy and hope, and also, on the inverse of it, filled me with anxious thoughts. See, if you don't deal with anxiety, you would never get it. But if you get it, just drop a I get it in the comments down below so that I know that I'm not alone. Knowing that God has given me a call, you might be dealing with the same. You might be dealing with a call on your life. An anxiety or something else by another name might be exercising lordship over you, which is causing you to not be able to step into what you're called to do. Just like me today, sitting there at my desk, feeling all the tiny little circumstances that were stopping me from executing the plan that I had for today for my video, and then taking that to another level and how all the tiny circumstances stopped me during the week, and then taking that to another level and asking myself all the tiny circumstances that stopped me this month, this year. And man, if you don't get it, you're probably thinking like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? But we all have lords that are not named God. We all have things in our lives that are stopping us from being to the fullest extent what God is calling us to be. Each of them just have a different name. So today what happened and why I'm recording this was because I sat down and I prayed and I asked God, what would you have me do in this moment? I know you want me to make videos, but this is the reality of what I'm experiencing right now. So what would you have me do? And I felt him say, what would you do right now that would be fun? I told you that I want you to enjoy this process, and acting on the call that I have made on your life apart from enjoying it is not my will. And so I knew that I needed to do something that I would enjoy. So I started thinking, what would I enjoy right now? A photo walk, flying my drone. So I go and I take the photo walk. I bring my drone, which actually didn't have batteries, so I wasn't able to fly it, which made it feel like I came over here for no reason, which made me feel like maybe I should just walk back home. And I said no. And instead I sat down and I said, I'm gonna press record. All these small things, my drone not having battery, the fact that I only have 1 minute and 36 seconds left of time to record, I'm on less than half of a battery, could have stopped me. And you're always going to have reasons. Small reasons sometimes are magnified to bigger reasons than what they need to be. But today, I want to encourage you to make the decision to act, to make the decision to cut off the heads of anything that has lordship over you that is not named God, and to be who God called you to be. This is my public testimony of me choosing, at least for today, to cut off the head of anxiety. I hope that it encourages you to do the same. Valley of the Heroic family, thank you so much for being here. I hope that this small message blessed you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you can receive notifications of when I'm making videos. If you thought of somebody as you were watching this video who has dealt with anxiety before, I want you to share it with them right now because it will help this channel grow. God bless you guys. Peace.